Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about unemployment in case you get fired or it's some other reason. But it might be confusing for people. So we're going to go over how to file for unemployment in Florida. First, you need to go to this website, floridajobs.org, and you're going to apply for benefits. Link in the description below as well. And you need to read through all of this, so make sure you have your IDs ready and the employer information. And then every single week, you will also need to register for work and review your monetary determination and keep a record. So you have two separate logins. We're going to go over the first login. So first, Floridians in need of filing a claim for reemployment assistance benefits may do so online using the Connect system. So let's do that. As of September 2nd, 2021, new sign-in credentials are required for account access. So we're going to sign up now and create a new account. So write down your email, send verification code, set up a password, first and last name, and create. Then it says your account has been successfully created. Your identity will now be verified. If you experience any issues, please sign in and continue verification. Please select your preferred multi-factor authentication method. So I'm going to use the Authenticator app, and you want to scan the QR code and then enter the verification code and push continue as well. Then it says you will now be directed to verify your identity with ID.me. So let's continue and do that. So I already have an IDme.com account because I have it for irs.gov. If you don't, make sure to create a new account, but that's the option here, and upload all your identification documents. If you already have a login, then just sign in. And if you have an irs.gov account, you probably already have an ID.me account login. And then once you do that, you also have to do a 2FA for your ID.me account. So make sure you use the ID.me 2FA authentication, not the unemployment identification. So don't get those confused. Okay, so stop and read this. Are you verifying your identity to access state benefits or government services? Yes. You can also switch the language if you need to, like right here, by the way. So it says, before we send you back to Florida DEO, we need your permission to share your verified identity. Please note that only information obtained from the verification process will be shared. That sounds good to me. I'll allow. And then it says, oh, there's some translation services if you need translation. This is a state of Florida computer system. Yep, I acknowledge and I've read. Welcome to Connect. If you have not filed for Florida reemployment assistance before, select the link to file a claim. Okay, file a new claim. You can read all of this if you need to. So do I meet the eligibility requirements? You have to have sufficient wages, at least $3,400 in total wages during the period. You have to have been paid for 2 or more calendar quarters in your base period. Partially or totally unemployed through no fault of your own. The reason for separation from employment may impact your eligibility for benefits, even with sufficient wages in your base period. You have to be able to work, available for work, actively seeking work. So that means contacting at least 5 prospective employers for work if you live in a county with more than 75,000. A quick and easy way to contact employers is by using the Employee Florida Marketplace. Exceptions, if you are a union member. Okay, skills review. Cool. So make sure you have at least 5 prospective employers for work. When should I file for reemployment assistance? You must wait until you're unemployed, which means you should file during the first calendar week, Sunday through Saturday, that you do not expect to work full time. Do not expect to earn more than $274 gross, even if you have not received the money. What if I worked in a state other than Florida? If you reside in Florida, but all of your employment wages within the last 18 months are in another state, you may not be eligible to file in Florida. If you were you can read the rest, but you might have to apply for your other state's unemployment program. How will my reemployment assistance be determined? So you can read all of this and do the calculation, or you can just Google Florida unemployment calculator and put in your wages here. So let's say, I don't know, you made 3,000. So your benefits would be $115 per week for about 12 weeks if you don't get a new job by then. I'll put the link in the description below so that you can do your calculation yourself and see how much money you'll get. Now we're gonna start the reemployment assistance application. Each offense is punishable by up to 5 years in prison, up to $5,000 fine. What is reemployment assistance fraud? Reemployment assistance fraud is a third-degree felony. Don't make false statements, withhold information, failing to report work. Just don't do it, okay? How can I avoid committing fraud? Report all work, including self-employment. All work must be reported in the week between Sunday and Saturday that you worked, even if you have not been paid. Federal and state law require that you report all earnings before taxes are deducted, including wages earned from self-employment. All earnings must be reported in the week between Sunday and Saturday that you earned them. Keep track of the total hours, your hourly rate of pay times the total blah, blah, blah. I acknowledge that I understand this statement and wish to continue. Information you will need to supply in order to apply for reemployment assistance: your social security number, secondary identification, all of this stuff. If you're not a U.S. citizen, your alien registration number, all of this stuff, the names of all your employers, employer addresses, all of this, recall details, and your bank information. Next, Privacy Act. I've read and agree. So enter these details. By the way, some other details. Can furloughed workers receive unemployment benefits? Yes, furloughed workers, those put on mandatory unpaid leave, are encouraged to apply for Florida unemployment benefits. If your hours were reduced or you were put on a 0-hour schedule, you may be eligible for unemployment benefits. Within 1 week of becoming unemployed, you should begin the claims process to receive your reemployment assistance benefits. The date your application is finished determines when you will receive benefits. Claims always begin with the Sunday prior to the completion of the application. For example, an application completed on Wednesday will take effect on the Sunday before that Wednesday. The state determines your weekly benefits based on your previous earnings during employment. In 2020, you can receive a maximum of $275 for 12 weeks. You're entitled to a maximum benefit of $3,300. During COVID, the federal government added to this bonus, so that's why you got paid more. It was because the federal government was supporting the state unemployment benefits as well, so you got more money. But right now, that's not happening. So that's the maximum in Florida. There's some other assistance programs if you need it, but yeah, that's some information you need. So I completed the first initial questions. Now I'm going to move on to the general information here, and also click submit once I finish that. Then type in your claimant address, so your address. So this would be Bailey Zong, for example, and then I'll type in my address. So once you get to this page, you'll see the question: did you or will you work full-time from this date to this date? If you happen to be fired midweek and you are partially full-time because you were fired midweek, then you would answer yes. And then this would also probably be yes as well, since you have a severance package and all that. So if you happen to be applying right now and you were fired this week, you would put yes, yes, next, and you will be ineligible. That's what the next screen will say. So then you wait until next week, and then next week you will be completely unemployed, and then you would say no to full-time, and then no to $275. Moreover, you can click the word earn here. So here you can see the definition of earned income means gross remuneration derived from work, professional service, or self-employment. The term includes commissions, bonuses, back pay awards, and the cash value of all remuneration paid in medium other than cash. The term does not include income derived from invested capital or ownership of property. So real estate and investments don't count as earned income. So no, next. So this is disaster unemployment insurance. Was I affected by this? My answer is no. Unless you are, then put yes. Select the county in which you worked, were scheduled to work, or the county you were prevented from traveling through in order to reach your place of employment at the time of disaster. Well, since I selected no, this doesn't apply, so next. Your answers will show us what information is needed to process your application. Indicate all types of unemployment you had since January 1st, 2022. So I was employed in Florida, if that applies to you. Were you employed in another state? Then check that. Employed in the military, check that if that applies. Employed, self-employed, or independent contracted. So check that if that applies. Have not been employed since January 2022. Check that if that applies. Since May 2022, have you applied for reemployment benefits from a state other than Florida? No. Are you filing from Florida? yes. If you are not filing from Florida, select the state which you are filing. Please select the location from where you are filing this application. Home. Next. Check this box if mailing address is the same as residential address. Yep. Telephone numbers included. How would you like to receive your correspondence? Electronically, please. Please enter your email address. Indicate your preferred language. I'm selecting English. All correspondence will be available in your Connect inbox. You will receive an email advising you that correspondence has been posted in your Connect inbox. The correspondence will not be attached to the email. You will have at least 2 business days to respond to requests for information through your Connect portal. So make sure you check your email regularly and your Connect inbox as well. Failure to respond to requests for information in a timely manner will affect your eligibility. Okay, submit. The Reemployment Assistance Program is offering proactive notifications to provide you with important reminders. Okay, would you like to receive? Yes. By email. What is your ethnic heritage? Not Hispanic, as you can probably tell. What is your race? I'm Asian. What is your highest level of education? Bachelor's degree. Comment below what you think my major was. Do you have a disability? No. Are you a U.S. citizen? Yes. Enter your job title for your most recent employer and select search to locate the most accurate description. Let's just go with CFO. Chief Executives. Let's go with that. Next. So basically this whole entire page is, do you want federal taxes withheld from any reemployment assistance payable to you? So it is federally taxed, although in Florida there is no state tax. So you can authorize the deduction of taxes. If you do, then you probably won't owe as much at the end of the tax year when you file your return in April. However, if you want it not to be deducted, so you want the money now and you just pay later, probably during tax time, maybe subject to fees because you would probably underpay. However, if you need the money, then select that, but you will have to pay it eventually. Or you can just deduct it now. Once you submit your unemployment application, you should see this page and you can read through it. So I understand that Florida law requires me to register with Workforce Services via Employee Florida Marketplace to continue my eligibility for benefit payments, meaning you have to probably certify every single week saying that you're looking for jobs and that you've registered here, looked for jobs. That way you can keep on getting your unemployment assistance benefits while you are looking for jobs. A link will be provided to me after I have submitted my application and will also be available on my account homepage should I wish to complete it later. I understand that payment of my claim will be delayed or denied if I do not complete my registration with Workforce Services prior to requesting my benefit payments for the first time. So click I agree. I understand that I'll be notified if I am required to attend a Career Source Center seminar. So read through that and make sure you agree with that. Career Source Center, I understand that I will be notified if I am required to attend. Failure to attend the given date may result in delay or loss of my reemployment assistance benefits. If Career Source Center gives me a job referral, I understand that failure to pursue this referral may result in a loss of reemployment assistance benefits. So agree to that. I understand the following. I am required to request benefit payments for each week I wish to receive payments. The first week of a new benefit year for which I should be eligible to receive unemployment assistance benefits will be an unpaid waiting week. If there is a pending issue or appeal on my claim, I must continue requesting benefit payments in order to be paid for those weeks if I am later determined to be eligible. So make sure you do it every single week. The first week you won't get any payments, but you're still eligible. I understand that if I do any work, including military, reserve, drill pay, or self-employment, I must report the total wages earned before taxes, whether or not I have been paid when I request benefit payment for that week. Okay? So report your self-employment. So work search requirements. I understand that I will be required to submit a minimum of 5 work search contacts or the details of a Career Source Center visit when I request benefit payments. Each week I will be required to submit the following: date of contact, method of contact, business name, result of each contact, and type of work sought. I understand it is my responsibility to read the benefits rights information which explains my rights and responsibilities while collecting reemployment assistance. A link to the benefit rights information is included at the end of this application. So make sure that you register for the Employee Florida Marketplace, the Career Source Center seminar if you have to, and then every single week make sure you look for 5 contacts. So you can, keep on receiving unemployment until you find a job, because it's an incentive to find a job. That's why we have unemployment insurance, to help you out while you transition to a new job. But you have to keep finding jobs or you become ineligible. Then read this and agree, and click next here on existing claimant if you've already applied and are looking at your application that you've already submitted. If you haven't, file a new claim here. Let's say you are an existing claimant, you will be able to see a weekly benefit amount here, a maximum benefit amount here. There's also the earnings disregard, which you can click on the question mark and read more about it here. But basically, if you make some money, you might receive less unemployment benefits because you've received some money during the same time period. Then monetary status would be eligible or ineligible, and then file date would be the date you filed. You have not completed full work registration. You will not receive reemployment assistance until you complete. Click here to verify your current work registration. So just make sure you're on the home page and you look at all the important items that need to be done and do them. So this is what the workforce registration website looks like after you click here, and then you can just sign in and register. And then you can sign in if you already have an account, or you can register for a new account for an individual here. So individual registration, scroll down, I have read, I agree, and then fill out all of this information and click next. And then once you have an account, you can sign in. So just put in your username and password and sign in. You will probably see a page like this where you can complete your profile and create a resume and complete 5 job searches and all of this. So you can close that out, and then you can start a job search. So let's say you want to be a CFO, and then you can say remote, and then you can do additional search options as well. So maybe within a 25-mile radius, job posted within a certain time, or an occupation group. I don't know, we're just gonna go with architecture. Minimum accepted salary, I don't know, you can just pick one. Education level, the types of jobs, I'm gonna unclick volunteer, for example, and then just search. And then you can see different jobs. Then you click on a job that you want to apply for or view more information on. So that's cool. Then I'll click apply. It appears that you do not meet some of the requirements for this job. If you wish to continue, click OK. I'm just going to push up continue. OK. And then apply via resume. So you can choose which resume you have or create a new resume if you don't have one yet. And then scroll all the way down. You can check the box if you want this and then submit the application. So I suggest applying to at least one job here, so that way you know that you completed everything you need to. Then you can also go back to your Reemployment Assistance website. So if you click on the workforce registration, you can get to this website page where you can check the status of workforce registration from Employee Florida Marketplace, and you can see if you're fully registered and if you provided your email address, resume, and background wizard complete, and then the registration date. So that way you know you completed the workforce registration. Then you can use websites like Indeed.com to find jobs and do your job search. You can also go to LinkedIn.com and then search for alumni or like other connections and ask people for informational interviews where you interview them and get to know what their job is. So it's informational. There's no real pressure to hire you, but this way you can get some jobs. You might also ask your friends and family and see if they have any job openings. So in Florida, make sure to apply for at least 5 jobs per week and record like the website that you applied, the job position, the date you applied, and that information, which is really easy on Indeed because you can go to here and then click on My Jobs and get all that information easily. You can also do a similar thing on Employee Florida. But yeah, good luck. Hopefully this was helpful. I know that unemployment can be stressful, but there is unemployment insurance to help you out while you transition to a new job. So keep applying, get those job applications in, and get your next job. If you like this video, please comment below. Hopefully this was helpful. Please like and subscribe. This is Bailey Zong, that money guy, and good luck.